Make sure that it's all the way pushed on. Then you take and slide this piece up and tighten it on. And what that'll do is it'll clamp down. You want to make sure it's all the way on because it's going to clamp down on the hose and make sure that it stays in place and that there's no leaks. Now this hose will go directly to the feed on your gun, and I will show you that here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and continue to set the rest of this out. You should have 2 blue hoses, and each of them should have a fitting on it like this. One is going to be for the air, one is going to be for the powder. They are not marked at all, but you can mark them if you would like. So you're going to have 2 of these with these fittings. These hook onto, they either hook on the hoppers on your gun if you don't have a box feed hopper, or they hook right here. One is going to be for the fluidizer, and one's going to be for the powder. We go ahead and the one with the black dot is the one that I do with the different color up here. So what I'll do here is the same thing. You want to unscrew this fitting. You want to slide the fitting over, then push the fitting on. Now a little hint is if it's cold in your area when you're putting these on, you can get the end of them warm a little bit with a lighter or just with a heat gun so it's warm so it presses on easier. You then tighten it back down. You don't have to over tighten it. As soon as it stops, you're good. You take the next one and you go to the fluidizer. It's actually very simple. It's going to be for the powder. I mean, I'm wrong. So the next one's for the powder. The reason you can tell is the 2 big fittings. The smaller ones here, that's going to be for the fluidizer. I do apologize. So you take your other fitting, you slide it on here, and do the same. So now you have the air for the gun, and you have the powder for the gun, all hooked up. Now all you need is the final hose that is the orange one that goes to the fluidizer, and that is the other smaller, about 3-foot long hose, orange hose that comes. You do the same thing, feed it through, slide it on. This one I may need to get warm. The orange ones are a little bit tougher to do. Go ahead and screw it on. Tighten it up.
Did you do that to the powder yet?
Yes, I've tightened them all up. And I will double check once done. They should screw all the way down. Fluidizer, supplemental air, powder, and air to the gun. Okay, all done. Through the back right here is the motor piece. That slides where the motor is, and then you go ahead and screw it on. This vibrates the bottom and keeps the powder flowing at that angle so it stays fed into your hopper. Now there is this clear hose. So this clear hose goes for the air in, and it connects here to the water catcher. So there is an air and water catcher right here. The air goes into here from your compressor. On this side, I'm just tightening this up so it doesn't wiggle. On this side is where it comes out, and you just go right up here and you insert it right there. If you want to release it, you just push in the blue part and pull it out. Okay, so now all of that is done. We can go ahead and go to which is another special plug, and it will only fit one way. So the gun goes here, and it does show you, and it has a little thing there and a little thing on the bottom there, so it can only go in one way. Off just a little bit. There you go. And you go ahead and tighten that up, just with your fingers. Now you will want to straighten this cord out, but for this sake, we'll hang it up here right now. Now you take your really long orange and straighten it out the best that you can. And right here at the bottom of your gun, you're going to see those little barbs. This just pushes right onto there. Make sure it's pushed all the way up the best you can. And make sure it's over all 3 barbs. Your regular air hose, just like everywhere else, you will want to push that up, then put in your air hose or take your air hose out, because when it closes, it pushes those clamps around it and clamps it on. So if you pull it out without it, you can break the piece, break the O-ring, break those in there. So just make sure that you go ahead and do that. It operates the same way. Here is the grounded hose for the system. We're going to set that to the side. Here is the ground from our old system. We really like this ground clip because it is super long. And the ground goes to the ground. It doesn't go on here. Now if you want, you can. You can actually ground your parts out from right here. And you can go ahead and screw this on and you can ground it right to there. Everybody knows that you really should use a earth ground, and we do have an earth ground that is here for the shop. So we're going to go ahead and connect right to the earth ground. You do come with extra filters. This is just a little extra filter that is on there. Now we just got to hook up the power. Again, very simple, very self-explanatory with this. Now with the power, it does have a screw on there, so you screw it in. After you get it plugged in, which it will only go on one way, you plug it in and then you take a little Phillips screwdriver and screw it in. You can use actually a Phillips or a flathead on here. I see that you can. There's the back part of the system all hooked up. Straight to the gun, to the fluidizer. These two are also going to go to the gun, and or they don't go to the gun actually. These two go to your hopper.
The 2 blue ones.
The 2 blue ones go to your hopper. So let's go ahead and turn this around here. This is the rest of your hopper. This slides in here. And this is for the box feed hopper. Here is the clip that comes with the system. You can literally just attach this to the ground and then use your clip. But you can tell the cable is not very long, and we prefer to hook to an earth ground. What you want to do here, where this fitting is at the top, that is your fluidizer orange. So the one that's about 3 foot long, you just take it and slide it right into here. And again, it's one of those push to connect fittings, so you just hold the blue piece in and you can slide it right out. There you go. It swivels. It's got this cool, really awesome hole right there, but I don't know what it's for. One day I'm going to figure that out though. Next piece, the little pump that kind of like controls everything. And I say pump, but let's be legit. It's not electric or anything like that. Right here is where you are going to have your fluidizing pressure and your powder pressure. So what you want to do is you want to take the one for the air and you want to put it at the bottom. And you want to take the one for the powder and you want to put it at the top. Then you will put this in here, and your powder hose goes right here, and then this piece goes into the bottom of your gun, and you are ready to go. The system is ready. Now you just got a lot of hoses to manage.